Good morning, friends. Sorry I'm running a little behind, but we had an appointment to make. They just called us from the VA, so we had to wait until we got that out of the way. So I do apologize for that. I'm going to pull us up on my iPad real quick. Hope you are having a good day. Hope you're enjoying the snow. I'm enjoying watching it snow. We don't have much on the ground, but we are getting more snow today than we did yesterday. And they said it wasn't going to snow much today, so there you go. But I love watching it snow, so I'm excited. It's not enough to build a snowman with Bristol yet, but I could just sit here and watch it snow all day. I just love snow. Of course, lots of you have much more snow than we do, and you're probably tired of seeing the snow. Alrighty, today we are going to be working on this piece. I think this came from Art Minds, that is Michael's. It is like a shadow box, which I'm probably going to do something on the inside as well. It is, let me go ahead and turn you guys down. And if I get sidetracked, if I look out the window and quit talking, it's because I'm watching the snow. It is 8 3/4 by 6 inches. So 8 3/4 by 6, almost 9 by 6. I'm just gonna sand this down a little bit and then we're gonna get started. I've had this piece for a long time. I was waiting. I didn't know what I was gonna do with it. I love these cradled pieces, or these pieces that look like shadow boxes. I call them shadow boxes sometimes. That is really pretty. There's a rough patch right here, but it's okay. We're going to be staining most of this. So we will make it work. I'm going to get my gloves out. Hey, Miss Jeannie. Did you get hammered with snow? Right now, yesterday it laid in the grass a little bit, but it wasn't much. This morning we had sleet and snow, and when I look out, I could still see grass, but everything is white. But there's still grass and dirt coming through, so, and it's not laying on the road, our driveway. It's not laying on it, so it's just on the grass and the trees, but it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. We are gonna use white stain first, and my white is about out. I have to get me some more. I haven't used stain much here lately, but I love using the stain because it is thick. Look how thick that is, because I haven't used it much. And I'm just going to use a Harbor Freight stain sponge. I've used it once. I normally try to use them 4 times each corner, flip it over and use it 4 more times. And I told my husband, I said, I need to go to Harbor Freight. I need to get some more stain sponges. I just got a big old blob out. Put this on here, and I'm going to go ahead and add moisture to it because it is so thick. 5 inches. Oh my gosh. And I know you guys are all tired of the snow. I understand. But just let me have my little bit of joy. I just sat there this morning at the kitchen table and looked out the back door and just watched it snow. It was just so peaceful and such a beauty. I mean, I just, you know, it's the Lord just painting the landscape white. It is so pretty. So we're going to add, I'm just going to moisten up my sponge. And I understand if you're in snowy places where travel is treacherous, and it's you can't remove the snow in some places, or you have so much snow on the roof. I've lived in snowy areas, so I understand all of that. So don't get me wrong. But I just love the purity of the snow and the beauty that it brings to the landscape. All I'm doing is I'm just getting it out of the lid and putting a little bit of water on my sponge to water it down a little bit because it is so thick. And we'll go back over this right here. See if I could get some more out. It is not supposed to be this thick. It is not supposed to be this thick. And you could add water. It is a water-based stain, so water can be added without any problems. To get it to thin out a little. No, that's not what I wanted to happen. Alright, now we're going to take yellow and add yellow to this. Yep, absolutely, because regular water has impurities in it. That's why you should use distilled water. And this is wild honey. And I think that works out perfect for our honey theme. And look how pretty that is. Hello, Miss Cheryl. Hey, Liz. It's like I said, if I get distracted, it's because I'm watching the snow outside. I am going to use the other corner for the yellow. And I don't want it that thick. I mean that thick. That dark. Thick. I'm telling you, brain's not working. I don't have a foggy brain, I got a snowy brain. And you should not contaminate your paint. I didn't want it this dark. Hey, Nikki. So that's why I'm toning it down with the white. I am leaving the white edges for right now. I might change that. I'm dabbing it off on here. And I am going to try to do the edges a little bit darker and leave the middle light. Just to give it a little bit of interest, because our jar is going in the middle. blending it into the middle. And then we'll turn it around and use our white and lighten this middle back up. And we just keep going back and forth. Just darken up the sides a little bit. And just blend this out. There is a very fine distinction between the two, so and some places are a little bit darker than others, and I like that. I don't mind that at all because this is our honey theme, so it can be different tones. I want a little bit more dark right here. Sometimes when you look at it in the camera, you'll see spots that need to be refined. And I think that looks good. Let's close this up. My white lid doesn't even want to sit on there well. I'm going to have to clean the lid out. And the sides, I'll decide what I want to do with them at a later time. It is snowing right now, Nikki. Yesterday, it barely covered the grass. There was just a little bit of hint of white, and now it's snowing more than it did yesterday. It was a little bit more sleet this morning. It started about 9 o'clock, or a little before 9, but now everything is white outside. I can still see the grass and the dirt. It's not solidly covered, but it's more white than it was, and it is so beautiful. Not enough to build a snowman, but it's beautiful. Texted my grandbaby and said, "It's snowing again." And I posted the video on my page on how much snow we got, how it was snowing. Now we're just going to dry this up. Then I'm going to sand it. And like I said, I'm going to change the white. I don't know what I'm going to do. I love watching it snow. Me and you don't get much snow. Did you get any out of this, or was it freezing rain for you? And let me give a shout out to my sister-in-law, Zonny. She lives in Germany. I know she's on here sometimes. It is her birthday today, so happy birthday, Sonny. Herzlichen Glückwunsch zum Geburtstag. Alles Liebe und Gute für dich. Eine große Umarmung. She is one of my biggest fans. Yeah, due to COVID and just other issues, we hadn't been able to visit. We got snow yesterday, and we got some more overnight. Yeah, when it started snowing yesterday, my husband couldn't see it. His eyes are bad, so he couldn't see it. He's like, I don't see nothing. But yeah, my sister-in-law and I have not been able to visit much in the last year since COVID. All right, let me sand this a little bit. You guys know I always sand this off. Get all the raised grain off of here. And I'm just using a stain sponge a sanding sponge. Oh my goodness. Nikki, how is your port and everything? Are you ready for the 24th? Is that when they're going to start treatment? I gotta get my other sander. It is still a little rough. So I'm going to use this sander to smooth this out a little bit. This is my gator sander. I got that from Amazon. It is not a gator, imitation gator. This wood's still a little rough. Oh, there we go. That got it. I like it smooth. We are going to be using the Spring Market stencils from the January stencil of the month. A dual port for two different. Oh my goodness. Hey, Sherry. Yeah, you are always on my mind. Oh, where's my jar? My jar's still in the paper. Yeah, I'm thinking about you, girl. My jar is gonna go pretty much all the way to the bottom. And then we're going to use some of the other parts out of there. I am going to use a light gray, the slate gray. Oh, thank you. Hey, Nancy, welcome to the Whimsy Bunch. So nice to see you. I'm going to do the outline in the gray, and then I'm going to come in and fill it with my honey color. I picked out this dark caramel and the sunset gold, so we're probably going to mix that a little bit. Got a new plate. That one's a little dirty. I'm going to take my 5/8 inch brush from Essential Stencil. They place it on the sling right upper chest. Yeah, my hubby's got to go today to radiology. They are going to try to see if they can not completely relay the catheter, but move the tubing, because the he's not draining well. So they gotta try that. If they cannot do that at the radiology place, then we're gonna have to go to the surgeon, and I think the way I understand it is that they're gonna have to relay the catheter. So we'll see what happens today. And that's at, he's got to be there at 3 this afternoon. And then we just made an appointment. We had a neurology appointment yesterday, and they wanted us to do some testing. And this is crazy. It is mental health, and they are booked up until October. So we got an appointment for October 30th, and we asked, because we got 2 different places we could go to, and we asked, I said, well, what about the other ones? That they're booked up to January. And we're like, what? Yeah, right. There's our honey jar, but I am going to add more color. All right, let me ask you, which color do you think looks more like honey? And I'm honestly thinking about mixing them up. Yeah, thank you. It's just trying to figure out things. The dark color more like honey, or the light color more like honey? I'm going to do the dark first. Let's do the dark first. I'm going to get a wipe out so I can put my brush in it. And thank you all for hopping on this Thursday morning. Snowy, wintry morning. It's almost come to a stop out here, so I think that's all we're going to get today. But it was exciting. I loved watching it. Makes my heart happy. And I know I'm going to be going over these lines, so I'm going to lay the stencil back on and then add I'm looking to see which brush I want to use. The dark, that's what I was thinking too. To me, that looks more like honey. And this is when you paid attention in school. Coloring within the lines. That looks like a honey color. Looks like honey to me. So we're just coloring within the lines. And if it is darker in some spots than others, I'm okay with that, because sometimes honey has darker nuances in the jar, so I'm all okay with that. Now we can fill our jar in. I'm gonna dry it and put another coat on. Hey, Miss Donna. We're filling our honey jar. That does look like honey. Good choice, ladies. Good choice. We're going to put fabric around the rim of the jar. I want to dress this up and make it pretty. Add a little bit more paint to the side over here. I'm thinking that looks pretty good. I think that looks pretty good. Pretty good jar of honey. We are going to make some honey decor. I have not used the January Stencil of the Month Club stencils, so I'm like, this is the perfect time to use these. I want to make sure that that jar is pretty dry so I can lay the stencil back on and go back over it with the gray to get our little lines on here. Looks like honey to you? I know it looks just about good enough to eat, doesn't it? What honey do you guys like? Do you guys, trying to put this back on, like the solid honey? Or do you guys like the, what's that, liquid honey? You know what I mean. Trying to lay this back on here. I like the solid honey, and I buy it from our local farmers market. The beehives are right down the road from us, and I buy the cinnamon one. See, they have cinnamon, blackberry, orange. Oh my goodness, what's the other ones? I buy different kinds. Cinnamon is my favorite. I do buy the blackberry. I cannot remember what the other one is that I buy. That's crazy. I normally buy 3 different kinds. The cinnamon one has the, gosh, I cannot remember the name of the cinnamon, but it is good for you. It's good for diabetics. Not that the honey is good for diabetics. Yeah, I can't think what the other one is that I buy the other honey. I think that's good. Yep, now we can tell that it is a jar. And we will fix that up. Yes, we will definitely keep you in our prayers, Miss Jeannie. I eat all the honey, but I prefer the butter, honey butter. All right, now let's see. We're gonna add fresh local honey to the jar. I'm doing that all in black. Yes, I love the colors, the gold and the black for the bees. And that's why I chose that background. I am going to use a dome brush from Essential Stencil because this is very fine lettering. And all I need is that dome brush. Now, when you use the dome brush, it holds a lot of paint. Did you ladies see the review yesterday from Miss Sharon Hankins on her home? What were those stencils and home? I don't remember what she called it. I'm sorry, but she's got a new stencil bundle coming out next week, next Monday. And it was absolutely wonderful. A lot of patterns, a lot of borders, home sayings, like houses made of walls and beams. A home is made of love and dreams, and sayings like that. And oh my gosh, it was amazing. I cannot wait until that comes out. And then of course we've got the Easter bundle and transfer. Oh, and she had a lot of keys and locks, things like that, and I absolutely love skeleton keys. So I'm in love with that set. And she's got a set of transfers with that as well. But Essential Stencil still has free shipping. So when that comes out, the free shipping should still be in place. If I'm correct, that is coming out before the end of the month. Perfect. I love it. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Now my thought was, and I think I'm going to do it, the beehive up here. I'm going to put the beehive up here, but not all of it on. And I'm going to do it in that dark color. And then we're going to add the bees, but I'm going to move this over a little bit and have like the bees like they're on top of the jar going towards the beehive. Ooh, a maple nightstand. Whoa. Oh, I love your transformation of your chair and table that your dad made. No, your husband, not dad. Sorry, your husband. That was awesome. And I'm just going to use another dome brush for this. So our beehive is going off just a little bit. And that way I could get some more of the bees on here. That is the only reason why I'm trying to line it up straight. And I'm just holding it in place. Like I said, I am just going to do the beehive and then I'm going to move the bees over. And if you have not gotten your stencils for Easter yet, there are so many that can be used for other occasions. You can use the words for different things, the faith words. There is other things in there that you can use that is not necessarily Easter. There's a lot of faith-based stencils in there. Some of them already sold out. They're only available in the bundle. And if you use my code WK21, you will save. No matter what you get on the site, whether it's a little bit, a lot, whether it is past, present, or future things, you can always use my code. That was awesome. That was so pretty. Alright, now I am moving over. This little bucket here is getting in my way. Our little bucket. Trying to see. Might do it like this. And then add that other little bee later. And add another one up here. I'm gonna get my black back out. Very lightly. And some bees are solid. Some of them only have the outline. And we even have a bee that is a little stick-on bee that we can add to it. I've got a little dauber that we could add to the jar. I mean, to the whole piece. I just love the stencil set, and I actually kind of forgot that I had it, and I'm like, oh, we got to use this. This is perfect. Swirl right, swirl left, so you could get all the little nooks and crannies. Yeah, that was really pretty. And you've done a fantastic job. Got this little guy over here. It's still snowing very lightly. If there's any other prayer requests, please, ladies, let us know how we could pray for you. You guys know that I love to pray for you. So don't be shy. Let us know. We serve an amazing God. I'll pick it up before I lift it completely off. Yep, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, let's see. I want a little bit of honeycomb on here as well. And on the honeycomb, I am going to do both colors. I am going to do the dark and the black, or the dark honey color and the black. And I appreciate all of your prayers, ladies, anytime. I'm bringing some of the gray in. I might even put a little bit of that gray on here. for the entrance. It just gives it more depth. We're gonna see, because I want a little bit of a honeycomb up here. Oh, that's perfect right there. Hey Barb, I keep losing my paper towel. And again, I am mixing this honeycomb up, and I'm going to show you the white part here in just a second. And the gray. I'll show you what my inspiration piece was for this. We've got a little bit of bleed right there, so we're gonna take our little and get that right back off. And this was my inspiration piece for that. Do you see the background? It is all different color hives of the honeycomb. That was the inspiration for that. I'm going to dry this real quick. I'm looking for my setting sponge. Now I don't have a totally dazzled bee. I've got these, so I'm going to put one of these on there, and then I've got these as well. And then we're going to add him, but we're going to have to stain him. But I think it looks pretty cute. The beehive in the background. All right, here's my thought. I've got this fabric. I was gonna put that on here and then do a knot, and, or actually I could just cut that. Yeah. Let's do this. I forgot to turn my, excuse me for just a second. I forgot to turn my glue gun on. And this fabric came from Hobby Lobby. So we'll glue this on once this lays better. Glue that on right there. And then we can cut this and split that. I think that would look good. I have to wait for my glue to get done. Go ahead and cut it right here. And then we'll split this up so it'll look like it is tied right there. And while we're waiting on our glue gun, I'm debating whether I want to paint it or stain it. Should we paint it black and then put the gold on the bottom for the honey? Just paint this thing black instead of staining it. That way it'll kind of fit in with what we have. I asked, I didn't even wait for an answer. That way it matches instead of introducing brown. What you guys think? Think I messed up? I love adding embellishments that give it a 3D effect. And I think this will be just fun. And I think these came from Hobby Lobby. Nope, I don't know where they came from. They were on sale. Yep, Hobby Lobby. I did get them at Hobby Lobby, but they just happened to be on sale. Painting the top part black, and then the rest of it is going to be in the gold color like it is dipped into the honey. And I have not reloaded my brush. There's still so much paint on here. I thought the black would work really good. I'm going to dry this real quick. Now we're going to add our honey color. And I'm using the dome brushes. We need 2 more so we can put 2 people in the Happy Meal bucket, ladies. Let's do it. If we have 10 viewers live, I'll put 2 more names in the Happy Meal bucket. Oh, and another thing on Essential Stencil, they're still doing gift cards, and I know there have been issues with gift cards. Just message them and they will help. I'm not sure what is going on with that. I even had issues with mine, and I had to contact them, but do not be discouraged. But they do have, they offer gift cards. They have the free shipping until the end of the month. Like I said, the Easter bundle, there is so much going on. And then next week, the new set from Sharon Hankins will release. That looks like real honey dauber. That is just so cool. The nice thing about using this brush, it went into the grooves a little bit. So that worked out really good. So lay that to the side. See if our glue is done. Heat it up. It is open right here, and I am going to leave it that way on purpose. I'm going to cut the bottom edge off. I like the rugged edges. Just cutting off the really long ones. And if you want to glue that down, you can. I'm probably just going to manipulate it a little bit and see. But I don't mind that it is curling up. I think that gave it a lot of character. So now we're gonna have to see. Now we're gonna have to see how we wanna, do we wanna add our dauber right there? Think that's a good place for him. I think he'll get lost if we put him there. What do you guys think? Put him on that side? So let's see. All right, do we want to, I don't think we should hang him like that. I think he needs to hang like this. Let's see how we could do this. It is still snowing, guys. I just tied it on the jute. Not the prettiest tie, but it is on here. You think if we do it like this and let the strings hang down, just cut them off like right here and have them hang down. I think that'll look good. Thank you, ladies. Hey, Becca. How are you? I didn't even see you hop on. Sometimes I get more glue on me than anything else. Should we bring these down and put a little dab of glue on here to the side, or should we just let them go wild? Might be able to put a little dab of glue right there so that they will hang down. the little things in life. And now I don't have a bee from, I thought I did, but I couldn't find it, to be honest with you. I know I've got one from Totally Dazzled. They have amazing bees, but I couldn't find mine. So I've got one of these sticker bees. We could put right here by the hive. And then I got the jewelry bees. They just have the little hook on there. We could use one of those. Which ones do you guys want to use? Do you want to use one of those big ones right there? That is so crazy. It happened to me the other day too. And I was watching Summer with Hammond's Nest, and she completely lost sound on her end. She had to go completely out and come back in. Now these little guys will have the jewelry hook on there, but I'm thinking it'll be okay. We could kind of hide him under there so you won't see it so much. So we could hide him right there. We could add one of the big ones right here. You know, I like doing things in threes. I don't know, we need something on the bottom down here. I'm thinking maybe one of the big ones on the bottom. Little one right there and big one right there. I think we need something big down here. I am going to add just a smidge of hot glue to help it hold. Thank you. I've got to have it in threes. Do we want to put a big one up here or one of the little jewelry bees? I think a big one, since we got all big ones right there. We could lay it down and see what we think. Or I could pick it back up. Do a big one up there. What you guys think? I just like the 3D effect. I think I'm gonna put that big one right there. I just kind of like it. These have a sticky background, but I am adding a little bit of extra glue he is down. And that was pretty much all we had today, but I love the 3D effect of the dauber on here, the bees, and I love the colors of the beehives, that they're not all black. I mean the honeycomb. Gosh, I can't talk. And there's a little bit extra detail. It looks like a jar of honey. I just love it. And like I said, and I might do this in black and frame it out in black, or a little bit of black or gray. But I think this turned out really cool. And we got flowers here. We could add flowers, but I don't want to make it over busy. I don't want it to be too busy. And these came from the paper studio at Hobby Lobby. And the jewelry one, instead of cutting that off, I just tugged it under the fabric. All right, let me pick some names. Thank you for hanging out. Did we make it to 10? Did anybody see it? Miss Nikki going in the Happy Mail bucket. Yay, Nikki. And remember Miss Jeannie and Miss Nikki, keep them in your prayers. And remember everybody that is out in this weather, that has to be out in this weather, because a lot of places got a lot more snow. Roads are slippery. And we just gotta pray that everybody will stay safe. Miss Nikki going in our Happy Mail bucket. Woohoo! We didn't make it. Oh, darn. I lost the bucket. There's our bucket. All right, ladies. One more look. Our little bee trying to fly into our jar here. Fresh local honey. You guys be blessed. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. I'll be back on Saturday morning for Soul-Filled Saturday. And be safe as you're traveling. If you have to travel, stay warm. And I appreciate you guys. Pray for one another, uplift one another, encourage each other. And I will see you all on Soul-Filled Saturday morning. And then on Monday evening at 7 Eastern Standard. Saturday morning is at 10:30 Eastern. So, bye.